Good morning, good day, friends. Today is January 27th. It's a Friday. I am here in the Mountain Time Zone, and I'm very much appreciating the sunshine here in Arizona. But the sun is not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the new moon in the sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, as we know, or maybe you don't, Aquarius is a sign that seeks to understand. It seeks to reprogram or renovate through the mind. It's an air sign. So thoughts, mentality, ideas about oneself, perhaps even the unconscious or the subconscious mind comes up during this time. The moon itself, very feminine, divine feminine energy, rises kind of from the darkness, from the shadow side, and brings us our feeling and our intuition, those hits that we get that make us, oh man, like what is that? Where am I going? This comes from the moon. So the sign of Aquarius is not necessarily connected to that part, although it can watch it and it can pay attention. During the new moon, the moon wanes, and it's in the sign of Aquarius, so there is a connection. There's always a connection during the new moon to your sense of vitality, which is why I can feel so strong. It's a very interesting concept. You could study it your entire life. But the new moon in Aquarius really begs the question of, at that lowest, deepest level, what's going on down there? And not, there's no judgment here. Please understand that. And if you feel strong judgment during this time, I would remind you that it's a great time to let go of these really grating self-judgments, because Aquarius doesn't care about this part. This is not helpful. This is not practical. Let's remember, before Uranus was discovered, Saturn, like the lord of practicality and pragmatism, was the ruler of Aquarius. So Aquarius wants to see what's good for you meaning what improves, makes things better. So it doesn't care about all the bitching and the complaining. It really doesn't. So this is an opportunity where to see very clearly where you might be doing that. Specifically, Aquarius can be very excited, and that excitation can lead you to distract yourself, to block yourself, just because you feel good. Like, it's like, I want to drink something. Oh, I really like that. That felt so good. Maybe I should eat something else. Maybe I should drink something else. Well, what's next for me? And you just keep going and bouncing. And I know with an Aquarian sun sign that I have, I could go do that like forever. When people say Aquarians are ungrounded, that's what they're talking about. You're living from your mind. You're looking for the next thing. It's basically a hit. We all want to feel, I think we all want to feel good, but good is different for each person. But during this moon, you can see, like, what's your cup? Like, what's in your cup? What are you drinking? And look, it's the water bearer. What does this say here? Dream as if you'll live forever. Sure, I mean, why not? Dreams, in my opinion, are not designed to manifest exactly how you envision them. They're almost like these benchmarks we set for ourselves. So then even if we get here, it's still an improvement. It's a very Aquarian idea. Like, set that high standard, that high ideal, and then just go. Just live your life. So, opportunity here to free ourselves from blockages to our self-concept. Self-concept, what does that mean? Well, it means the way you view yourself as kind of a whole. Like, what do you think of yourself? Like, you don't know. I don't know. And during this time, we get some insight on it. We can't be privy to all of this information at once. We would never be able to be a functional human being, hold down a job or raise a kid or even like feed ourselves. And, that's what meditation is for. That's what certain types of medicine journeys are for, to look into that. And the moon and every moment is a medicine journey of sorts. And the new moon is a very specific one. But new moons can be a little depressing because it's like the low side of things. Which Aquarian energy is like, okay, enough of that. I feel a little agitated. I want to move. I want to get my feet moving. And during this time, you just can't seem to shake that feeling that's a little bit lower. But I'll tell you why this is a great time. Because Mars has just moved into the sign of Aries, moving into its home sign out of Pisces, where it wasn't necessarily doing its magical job of like pushing you through things. Uranus is also in the sign of Aries right now. So the two of them will meet up soon enough. But just having Mars enter that front door of Aries is really going to boost your ability to just like push through, and it's going to trigger that Uranian sensibility that we're all feeling right now with Uranus in Aries. So as you move forward with your day, notice kind of conflicting ideologies within yourself and just pay attention to them. You don't have to do anything. You're shifting your self-concept through awareness. It's a very like godlike energy. It's very, this is why Aquarian ego gets so big and then deflates so quickly, because you just kind of see things. It's like you could be the master of all, but also you're like, you understand how you're the victim to yourself, and there's nobody to blame other than yourself. And perhaps even blame isn't worth anything at all. So if you're watching this video, you're paying attention, I really appreciate it. And just want to give you 1 second to set an intention for yourself. I'm not looking. Something that you would like to shift. Something you've been working on. Maybe, I'll give you an example. Say you want to go, you want to move. You want to go to a different area. And there's some idea inside that like, maybe you can't do it. Like, oh, it's hard. It's very complicated. That's a realistic thing to think, right? But right now, we have the opportunity to say, why? Why the hell would I think that way? Like, really, this amazing sense of positivity rising from the ashes. It's very much like a phoenix rising. You put Mars and Aquarius, Mars, Aries, Aquarius, Uranus together, and you do get a very fiery rising energy. So what are you going to shift? Even if you pause the video, write something down. Write down 3 things. I have a crystal right here. If you have one, this is a Tibetan quartz. Love them. But if you have a stone of your own, it is the new moon. And I know some of you that are watching, you do work with crystals. Set an intention into that stone to shift that belief or that mindset. And then you can really put it down wherever you want. But on an altar would be best. Write down the intention on a little piece of paper. I have a notepad right here. Write it down, put it under the stone, get it in the moonlight on your altar. I mean, it's a new moon, but put it out, put it near your other crystals. And just as you walk your day, create a mantra, create a meditation out of that experience. So I hope that was helpful, and I won't worry too much about this new moon. It can be a bit of a warlike energy. Remember that rising fire energy, but just use it for something. Use it to shift your self-concept. So I hope you're having a beautiful week and start to your weekends. And happy new moon to all of you. And thank you for being part of my ritualistic understanding of astrology. You're beautiful people, and I love you all. And blessings to you.